Sit back and relax. Cultivate the art of listening to your intuition, your inner voice. This is the guidance of your heart. It's a voice that speaks differently from the one in your head. The heart whispers softly. The head prattles loudly. The head has an agenda for our lives. It chatters away boldly, but its vision is limited. It leaves no room for the mysterious workings of the universe, nor does it take into account the side trips we need to get where we're going, where our souls need to go. It's the voice that says, this is the way it's going to be. The heart, the inner voice, speaks differently. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it pulls, sometimes it pushes. It's spontaneous, in the present moment, and often a surprise. The heart takes into account what has to be done and the best way to do that. The heart takes emotions into account, the way things feel, the way you feel, the wisdom of your soul. The heart leads us into and through the lessons we're here to learn. Cultivate your inner voice. Practice listening to the whispers of your heart. Practice trusting your intuition, what you really feel, what you really know. Practice until that voice is the one you always hear. Laying back into laying release and feeling your back pressing up against the floor. Arrive into this space. Breathing all the way down to your belly, feeling your ribs expand. And then exhaling, coming out the belly, palm coming down. Inhaling, ribs expand. Thoughts may come. Just notice them and then press them away gently. Bring your right knee up into your chest. Wind relieving pose. Releasing and relaxing your shoulders. Flexing your toe. And pointing your foot. Pressing and pointing. Exhaling, bringing it down, and bringing your other leg up to your chest. Concentrate on letting your shoulders relax. Check in with your jaw, and pointing and flexing your foot. Breathing all the way down to your belly, inhaling. Feeling your belly expand underneath your leg. And then bringing your both knees up to join and then rolling your body around. Inhaling. Feeling the massage in your lower back. Arriving to this space. Maybe side to side, maybe circles. If you're doing circles, roll the other direction. Side to side is always an option. Or stillness. And then bring your knees back down to the floor. And pressing through your feet, shoulders down and away from yours, pressing up and out of your feet. Bring your body up into bridge pose. Make sure that your feet, your legs are parallel, pressing away. Pushing down with your belly, feeling this stretch. And then exhaling, coming down vertebrae by vertebrae. Rolling onto your side all the way over. Going to go up into tabletop pose. And rolling yourself back. Exhaling into cat. Then inhaling, letting your belly sag, your back round into a sway back up. Inhaling back up. This time exhaling down. Sway back up. Inhaling one last time into cat. And then exhaling into cow. And then rolling around and doing figures of 8 with your body. Feeling the stretch. Feeling the movement. Feeling like you're going through water. Breathing with your motion. Excellent. Your next time you come to center, you're going to push into your hands, pushing into your feet, into downward facing dog. Letting your feet come searching for the floor. Shoulders away from your ears, walking those feet. Walk the dog. Checking in. If your wrists are just too weak for this or don't feel like doing it, you can always come up onto your fists. It's always an option. Inhaling. Exhaling. Coming back down onto your knees. Releasing through. Picture close. And figures of 8. This time we're going to go into downward facing dog and do a 3-legged dog. So pressing up from your toes, up into downward dog, and then leg comes up. Pressing away from our body. Make sure your hips are facing down. And circle those legs around. Circling it around. And bring that foot back down. Coming down onto the floor. And releasing through our wrists. Rolling our wrists around. One last time, coming, pointing up and pressing through. Excellent. Now bringing that other leg, coming up, circling it around. Inhaling. And then coming back down onto downward dog. Pushing away from our feet. Fix your clothes. Fix your hair. Whatever you need to do. Rolling yourselves around. Good job. Coming up onto your knees, bringing your leg forward. Only see part of me. There, that's better. Now I can see all of me. And coming forward. So feeling the release through the front of this leg. Inhaling. And then exhaling, bringing yourself back. Hands can be on the floor, hands can be on your leg. And then exhaling forward. Feeling that stretch. And then inhaling back. This is lovely music. holding this here. See if you can go right back on your foot or not. Just feeling the stretch all the way from your back to your legs, keeping your shoulders out of your ears. Excellent. And then coming on up to your back. Bring your foot behind, coming up onto your knee. Putting your hands behind, letting your arms slide down your back, letting your chest shine up to the ceiling, and feel that, feeling yourself expand, shoulders out of your ears, and feel like your sun is shining on your chest. Belly is tight. Exhaling down. Bring your other knee back. Other knee comes forward. And into forward. Feeling the stretch along the front of your body. All the way along here, through here. And exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. And last time, bringing yourself back as much as you can, feeling the stretch all the way along the back of your leg. All the way here. Good. And then coming up. Oh. Coming all the way back. Bring your arms up overhead. Or bring your arms up. So let's do it this way this time. Bring your arms up overhead. See if that changes things. So arms up overhead instead of down your back. And reaching, letting yourself come forward. Feeling that sun still on your chest. Just your arms have changed. Shoulders out of your ears. Just notice how this feels in comparison to before. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming down. Bringing yourself so that you're forward. So feet to the side and then down. Excellent. So nice little bit of a gate pose. Yes? And inhaling. Bring your arm out to the side, reaching, and see if your hand can touch the floor. And keeping your hips parallel to the floor, reaching up and over. Reaching up and over. You feel that? Here comes a dog. No? Bummer. Inhaling, bring your hand to your hip, coming all the way up, reaching all the way to the other side. Reaching. Feeling your side body release. And exhaling down. Onto your knees. How do you feel? One side versus the other. Green not being here for like 3 weeks. My goodness, this is rough. And coming here. Shoulders back. Good. And bringing your arm to the side. We'll go this way this time. Reach. Over. And do both sides. On that knee. So if you need some padding for that knee, by all means, let me know. I'm happy to bring you some padding. And inhaling. Exhaling. And down. See if you can reach for that floor. And up and over. Ah. See if you can straighten that leg up a little bit. Yeah. Good. Excellent. Coming back down to the floor. All right. So this time we're going to lean to the side and do a half move, which means that we're going to lift our leg up off the floor. So exactly the same thing, but our legs, instead of being in front, it's going to lift up. Bringing our leg out to the side. And reaching for that floor, reaching up. Let that foot come out. See if you can keep your hands up. And ready? Lift that leg up off the floor, reaching from all sides. Flex your toe towards your knee, lifting as much as you can. See if you can make yourself feeling the back of the wall behind you, imaginary wall. And exhale, come down. That's it. It's amazing though, right? You're like, I can do it, I can do it. It's not as bad as I thought. All right, so bring your knee out to the side, reaching. See if you can see that floor. Reaching up. And bring that leg up. Reaching up.
How come one side's better than the other?
It's so weird, isn't it? We are so weird. One side is always better than the other. And it's because we use it so much more, right? Inhaling. Exhaling. And good job. Down. All right, so we're going to go into downward facing dog and then plank. So it's going to be, again, a little bit rough on our wrists, but then we're going to stand, I promise. We will stand. Bringing ourselves up, pointing our toes, pressing through our heels, and then coming through. Big inhale. And then pressing through into plank. Pressing through, shoulders out of your ears, feeling that plank. So make sure your bum's not up and lifting. Keeping it parallel, like you're a plank. Inhaling. Exhaling, press into downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. And good job. Pressing through, shoulders out of your ears. See if you can point yourself through. Make this happen, holding for another 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring your knees down, pressing into child's pose, pressing through, letting back relax. Good. How do you feel? Give your wrist a little roll. Pressing through. And then coming up, pressing last time into downward facing dog. Walking your feet forward, coming all the way up to stand. Watching yourself. How are you doing? We're not going to be up long, I promise. I never to keep you standing long. All right, bring your body up. Big inhale. Lace your fingers together, pointing your fingers overhead. And then lean to the side. 45 minutes flies by. Really does. Big inhale. Exhale, reaching to the side. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then exhaling, bring your arms down. Shoulders round. Big inhale. Lace your fingers together. Reach to the side. Reach for the side. Inhaling, coming back down. Shoulder stance. So bringing your hands behind you. So I'm going to just stay here so you can see. Now we're going to lift our arms above our back, but then we're going to come and bring ourselves back down. Pressing our body back. And coming forward at the same time. Pressing through. Feeling that stretch through your back. And then as you're here, hold and breathe. Press your hands up towards the ceiling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good job, gang. And bring your hands down towards the floor, pressing through the hands. If you can't reach the floor, just kind of grab your elbows and just hold. Good. And then coming back down to your knees. Thank goodness you say, right? So we're going to do a couple of tiger poses. We're going to go into tabletop pose, and we're going to bring our knee up and out to the side, flex through. And then we're going to bring that knee all the way through, keeping it hovering over the chair, over the floor. And then all the way through, knee towards your nose down towards your knee. And then exhaling, bring that knee up. And then inhaling, bring it down. And come up. Flex. Last time, bring it through. And bring it down. Whoosh. Just give yourself a little bit of a stretch. All right. And one more time. Pressing and bringing that leg up. Inhaling, dropping through. And then exhale, coming forward. Inhaling back. Knees flexed. And coming forward. And the last time, this time when your leg comes up, see if you can bring your head down towards that foot. See if you want to make a connection. You won't. But we're going to try. And exhale, bring your knee down. All right, pressing into child's pose. Good. Laying all the way down on the floor. We're going to stay here for a little bit. We're going to start off with just locust pose. So we're going to bring our fingers behind our back and lift our head up. So head is down, hands behind our back, down on our bottoms. You're like, what? There we go. Hands on our back, on our bottoms. And then pressing, so really what you're doing is reaching our hands towards our feet. And because we're doing that, we're peeling our body off the mat. Pelvis is planted in the floor. Inhaling. And then exhale down. Relax. Do that 2 more times. Pelvis planted. Inhale. Push that pelvis into the floor. Exhale. Inhale, keeping that pelvis planted. Pulling your bum, or your feet, hands down your bum. And your head is lifting because it has to. Shoulders are out of your ears. Check in with your bottom. Is it clenched? Unclench it. Pelvis is in the floor. And exhaling down. Bringing your hands up overhead. Starfish pose. So there's a whole huge series which we've done many times. We're only going to do a couple of them today. We're going to do the top arms together, we're going to do our legs together, and then we're going to do the both together at the same time. So head is facing down, and we're just going to lift our arms up off the floor with an exhale. Pelvis is planted. Inhale, let them come down. Release through our pelvis. Push side to side, relax through our back. Inhaling, this time we're going to move to our feet. Inhale, pelvis plants. Exhale. Then inhale, bring your legs up off the floor. Hold. Breathe. Inhale. And then exhale, let your legs come down. Good job. Big inhale. plant your pelvis. Inhale, arms and legs lift at the same time. Lift, head is down. Arms are up, legs are up, and hold, reaching away from center. Exhale, bring your arms down. Whew. Excellent. How's it feel? Jodie, I can't breathe. Inhale, bring your arms, just your arms up off the floor, reaching away from you. Hold. Pelvis is planted. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your arms down. Inhaling, bring your legs up off the floor. Hold. Exhale, legs come down. Last time, both your arms and your legs are coming up. Big inhale. Exhale, plant your pelvis. Releasing through your glutes. So let's make sure you're not squeezing your bum, you're pushing your bum, your pelvis into the floor. Lift your arms up, lift your legs up and hold. Head stays down. Stretching yourself as far away from center with both your arms and your legs at the same time. Reaching away. And then exhale, come down. Whew. All right, pressing child's pose. That's a lot for your core and back. But you've done a lot of strengthening, a lot of releasing, holding, pressing, breathe. Just enjoy this breath. And then coming on up, seated. So sitting yourself into staff pose. So staff pose is one of the hardest ones to do correctly in yoga. So making sure your body is straight, your feet are straight out, shoulders are back, leaning forward as much as you can. So walking your hands slowly without collapsing through your back. So maybe you get to a certain place, maybe you get not as far as you'd like because we're not allowed to collapse through our back. Pressing through. Now, what happened to your knees? Did your knees come up off the mat when you move forward? Don't let them go forward, come up. Leaning forward, drop your shoulders out of your ears. Check in with your jaw. So many things happening here. Flexing your toes towards your knees. See if that changes things. Probably should. Oh. Yes, it does change things. Inhaling. Exhaling. Seeing if you can walk a little further forward so don't collapse through your spine. And then coming forward. Wasn't that grand? Like, no, Jodie, it was not fun. All right. So bringing your body, laying back down into bringing yourself up and down. Up. Give yourself a nice little hug. Isn't this lovely? She's like, no. Your back is tired. And now taking your knees and move them in opposition, away from one another, and then bring them in together. Away. Breathing and moving with your breath. And now bring your hands up on the inside of our legs or grab your sock or your pant leg, whichever you like, the outside of our legs, or feet, and into happy baby. So feeling this beautiful stretch. Now check in. Make sure your shoulders are Relaxed, and just go side to side like a baby. Inhaling and exhaling. And then coming down. Bring your knees together, pressing through. Bringing our feet, letting our out to the outside of our mat, and let our knees fall in. And just notice how this feels across your hips, your psoas, maybe your back will relax. Just notice how this feels. Breathing into sensation. Now bring your knees to one side, coming to one side, and then the other. So windshield wipering our legs, inhaling and exhaling. So one leg is coming out at the same time as the other is going in. And releasing through our psoas muscles, so the muscles that are at the top of our hips. And wrapping all the way around to the back of our body. Moving with your breath. And then relaxing through. Bringing our feet to one side. So bringing our feet normal. Bring our hips to one side. Doesn't matter which you choose. And drop our legs away from our hips into twist. Bring our arms out to a T. And just hold this for a few breaths. Noticing the unraveling through your hips, through your back. And then bring your arm to meet your other arm away from your knees. Looking outward at your hand. Breathing into your side body. Two more breaths in this position. And then hands coming down, legs coming up. Take and fix your clothing. Just see where you are. Readjust. See how one side feels versus the other. And drop your knees. Moving your hips to one side. Drop your knees. Bring your arms out to the side into a T. And just enjoy this stretch before we move our hands. Unraveling, breathing. Bring our hand across if you wish. Head turned towards your hands. Inhaling. And reaching and coming over to the other side. And just relaxing through. Giving a little bit of a counter stretch. Bring those knees up to your chest again. Pressing through. Inhaling. And exhaling. And pressing and getting yourself ready for Savasana. Laying down, maybe putting some blankets on if you have a blanket. You can bring you some blankets. Belly's down, belly's breathing. Closing through your eyes, or a soft gaze through your eyes, whichever you prefer. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking this moment, I'm going to return to that poem I read, or story I read at the beginning, and see if it resonates to you a little bit more than it did in the beginning. Cultivate the art of listening to your intuition, your inner voice. This is the guidance of your heart. It's a voice that speaks differently from the one in your heart, in your head. The heart whispers softly. The head prattles loudly. The head has an agenda for our lives. It chatters away boldly, but its vision is limited. It leaves no room for the mysterious workings of the universe, nor does it take into account the side trips that we need to get to where we're going, where our souls need to go. It's the voice that says, this is the way it's going to be. The heart, the inner voice, speaks differently. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it pulls, sometimes it pushes. It's spontaneous in the present moment, and often a surprise. The heart takes into account what has to be done, and the best way to do that. The heart takes emotions into account, the way things feel, the way you feel, the wisdom of your soul. The heart leads us into and through the lessons we're here to learn. Cultivate your inner voice. Practice listening to the whispers of your heart. Practice trusting your intuition, what you really feel, what you really know. Practice until that voice is the one that you hear. Be patient. Be gentle. Let yourself learn to hear the gentle and trustworthy words of your heart. I'm going to give you a few moments just to listen. Listen to your inner voice, listening to your heart. As thoughts come, just notice, is it your heart or is it your head? This is your practice. Wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Rolling over to one side, coming back into this space. A great thing to do every morning. Just listen to your heart. Wonderful thing. Putting your hands together into Anjali Mudra. The light in me honors and cherishes the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you.